What's up, y'all? This is Brave, and I am back to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. I gotta be completely honest. There's only three main topics that I want to talk about when it comes to that last episode, which was season 10, episode 15, I believe. 15 or 16. No, 16. I think it was episode 16. Let's talk about it. First thing, Tisha. You invited your mother to come do your dirty work. And I hate when people be like, oh, to do her light work. No, baby, it ain't light work. Because light work is when it's easy breezy. Really, you can handle it yourself. This is her dirty work because Tisha never really want to get her hands dirty. Like, she'll say slick stuff about people, but when it comes to actual confrontation, she doesn't do well. Like I said, Tisha, she had this party or whatever at some middle school gym. And I will say this. When it comes to everybody's outfits, Martell, he ate all the guys up for sure. Who was the best dressed girl? Tisha was cute, looking like Salt and Pepper, but I will probably give it to like Destiny, because she was absolutely giving. She was a dope boy girlfriend. Okay, she was the dope dealer girlfriend. That's the vibe that I got from her outfit. Okay, so moving on from there. We had this whole sit down or whatever where we saw all the ladies sitting at the table together, which is absolutely fine. However, the problem comes when Nell and Wanda get into it. Now, Wanda was spitting some facts when she came to the point of saying, you know, the ladies are not getting along, and it's for a dumb reason, okay? Because as we all know, the guys are over there cool. They are kicking it. But the ladies, on the other hand, they have this issue because Tisha refuses to let it go. Now, for me, I just kind of feel like Wanda is always taking it too far, okay? She's the same one who was being real disrespectful about Martell and Melody's children, so I'm not expecting anything better out of her. So the whole reason as to why Nell and Wanda were getting into it was because Nell said, well, your damn daughter was checking my husband, right? I'm sorry, but I don't feel like damn was that big of a fucking deal. Like, let's be so for real. Wanda was just waiting and ready to pounce on Nell for anything, okay? Because her saying damn daughter, baby, you've said fucking worse. So I don't even understand what's happening right now. Because we do see Nell, she apologizes to Tisha for saying damn daughter. Then she says, you know, because I don't have my mama here to defend me. I got to defend myself. And for some reason, Wanda flipped that shit to be like, yeah, that's because you and your mama wasn't on good terms when she passed away. I lost my mother before and I didn't act out like you. I'm like, where the fuck are people getting this whole Nell is acting out from? I'm annoyed by it. Because Destiny has said it as well as Wanda. And I'm like, how is she acting out when she's responding to y'all bullshit? I don't think that's acting out. That's just called a response. But also, for y'all to try to flip that on that lady, to be like, oh, you and your mom didn't have that great of a relationship, just because she's saying that she has to stand up for herself, she doesn't have her mother here to defend her exactly what you're doing, Wanda. That is fucking crazy to me. And then for Tisha to sit up here and be like, mom, try to like calm her down, you know, trying to tell Wanda that she took things too far, but in a very, very nice way. I'm just like, Tisha, you're the one who started all this shit. Because let's be honest, when it comes to all of these group meetups, Nell has had the same energy, okay? If you don't poke the bear, she ain't bothering y'all. She literally sat next to Tisha. Had no problem sitting next to her. However, Tisha is the one who always has the issue. So for y'all to use this moment to still try to pin something against Nell is crazy. Like, I just don't understand at all. And the fact that there was never any apology from Tisha to Nell, yeah, if I was Nell, I would not rock with Tisha. Period, point blank. Leave her ass where she at, okay? Now, moving on to Destiny real quick. Y'all, Destiny, I don't understand why you decided to let this fucking show play in your face and be like, yeah, girl, have the storyline where you're dating all the guys on the show. Because this shit was really embarrassing. And not in the sense of, oh, she slept with all these guys. No, that's not the problem. Destiny can do whatever the hell she wants to do. She can date whoever she wants to date. She can have all the fun in the world. The problem is that we are on a TV show and all these guys are in the same circle. If Destiny was to bring on a new guy who nobody knows, it would not matter. It's the fact that all these guys are in the same friend group in some capacity. And how childish they are with the whole, oh yeah, we got a group chat, them dancing around Destiny. My issue, honestly, is that Destiny, you ain't shut that shit down yet. You're letting these niggas play in your face and laugh in your face. And here's the thing, the main person who's laughing is your bestie. Your main person who is cracking up in your face is Martell. But that's your bestie, right? That's the man you really be riding for. And he laughing at your ass. Destiny, do better. Please. I don't want to see you go out with any of them niggas no more. Honestly, who cares about any of the rest of the show? We got to talk about Kimmy and Maurice. Because they go on this date or whatever. And I'm like, okay, she finally getting her little quality time that she been fighting so hard for, right? But here's the thing. This man goes on to talk about he's learning so much about himself. And they swear that they're having these breakthroughs in therapy. So, for some reason, in Maurice's mind, he feels like the therapists are coming from two different perspectives. And the way he perceived it is that, oh, well, you know, the guy was trying to understand where he was coming from. While the woman therapist, she was just trying to put a label on him. No, nigga. Both of them thought your ass was fucking weird, okay? Because there's absolutely some hypersexuality going on. I feel like this man is a sex addict. But baby, here's the thing. In this situation, y'all, after watching this episode, I don't know if Kimmy and Maurice are playing in our face or what. Because the thing about Kimmy is that she likes to rewrite history. Because after he said that foul shit, when we learned that he was still trying to, you know, bang her body out, when it came to her having cancer, even when she did not feel like it, she just sat there and took it. She tried to clean that shit up afterwards. And I feel like this right here, she's doing the same thing, trying to clean some shit up. And I'm like, no, baby, your man has already said all that he has said and how he felt. There is no sweeping things around, trying to make it seem like it is what it ain't. Okay? I feel like that man absolutely only saw it for the male therapist because it's misogyny, okay? That man, he does not respect women, their voices, their opinions, anything that comes from a woman besides their body, okay? That's the first thing. Secondly, Maurice, you absolutely have some type of sexual shit going on to where you are saying that you want to have sex multiple times a day, right? Y'all, and this is where shit gets fishy for me. He says that it wasn't an issue for them to have sex 2 to 3 times a day. And that was their norm. Kimmy goes on to say that, of course, he hears what he wants to hear. But also, she made it seem like you can count on hand how many times they had sex multiple times a day. I said, Kimmy, what the fuck? What do you mean by you can practically count on hand how many times this has happened? Because all of what you said makes this shit sound current. Like he's currently asking you this shit. And are you always shutting him down? What's going on here? Right? Now, the thing that stuck out to me, honestly, was when she said that he gets angry. Okay? Him getting angry because he's not having sex multiple times a day? That's a bigger issue. That's a way bigger issue, Kimmy. Because in what way is he getting angry? In what way is he getting aggressive with you? What's going down? But y'all, here's what's throwing me off, okay? Because Kimmy goes on to basically say that when it comes to, you know, them having sex a couple of times a day, it was when he was building. And when they were hooking up like that, they were only seeing each other one time a week. And that it was when he had his investment properties. Y'all, I know I'm not fucking crazy right now. Kimmy and Maurice have been married for at least 7 years already. I know you not about to tell me about some shit that happened when y'all first got together. Because let's be so fucking for real right now. That nigga ain't built shit in years. In years. So I'm so confused. And this is what I mean by Kimmy is trying to rewrite some history. Your man said that y'all was having sex a couple of times a day. And you want to make it seem like it ain't current. You're saying, oh no, that happened when we first got together. Well, girl, what has been happening the in-between time? I'm confused. This is why I'm saying, are y'all playing in our face? Like, I just don't know, y'all. There's something about this storyline that is fishy to me, okay? Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just listening to what they're saying. So, after they talk about that, she basically said that the reason why she was so turned on by him was because he was building. And, Kimmy, I gotta be so for real with you right now. That nigga old. And what I mean by that is, at 40-something years old, almost 50 years old, he don't want to do no damn carpentry. He don't want to lay no goddamn floors down. Be so for real about yourself, girl. Like, and this is not even me trying to, like, diss Kimmy, but I need for her to be realistic. Hell, even Marceau is not really building. Like, at this point, Marceau is the head honcho, and he has guys who work under him who are actually building. I'm pretty sure he may, hit a few nails in a piece of wood a few times, but I don't think that Marceau is really physically out there building like that. You get what I'm saying? He's getting older. Also, you've been with this nigga for some years. When you met his ass, he was a barber. Okay? He has always changed careers on your ass. Because let's not forget, by the time we met that nigga, when we met Maurice, he was telling people to get their credit up, okay? Because remember, he used to always wear them ugly-ass, stupid shirts about the credit score. He was a credit repair guy. So, the man has always changed careers, even to the point where he had you change your career, baby. You were a very skilled nurse. Everybody loved you at your job, did not want you to leave. But no, he decided to say, oh no, Kimmy, you got to do real estate. What is Kimmy doing real estate? Shit, we don't know. But I just kind of feel like the same way you changed careers, this nigga changed careers. And for you to think that his old lazy ass, because let's be completely honest, Maurice is lazy as fuck. Hell, we saw how he don't even raise his own fucking child. Come on now. You expected for him to be the builder? Kimmy, what did you get your hopes up for? I'm confused. And I will say this. Maurice asked a valid question. Why did you marry me? Because here's the thing. When they got married, y'all, Maurice was not building. Maurice wasn't building a goddamn thing when they got married. I think he was still doing the whole credit repair shit. So, I'm just confused as to what man did Kimmy really want? Because I don't think it was the one she got at all. Okay? Now, he does not see that there's any middle ground in this. She says that he's in his soft hand era, which was kind of funny to me. But I will say this. When it comes down to Kimmy and Maurice, I feel like they're bullshitting us. And let me tell y'all why. There's an elephant in this fucking room that they're not talking about. And y'all know what that elephant is? Kimmy cancer. Kimmy's cancer is the elephant in the room that they refuse to talk about. And I really think that Maurice, if he's literally trying to hump on you 2 to 3 times a day, that nigga is trying to recoup for all the sex that he did not get while you were going through cancer. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Honestly, and I feel like since her having cancer, she has changed. Her body has changed. The way her body responds to things has changed. And I feel like that right there is the elephant in the room that they refuse to talk about. So now we're going to sit up here. We're not going to talk about that. But we're going to backpedal this shit and push it all the way to when we first got together. Like, am I the only one who's seeing this shit for what it is? I'm confused. Because in the grand scheme of it all, y'all, I just feel like that is kind of like the one topic that they refuse to talk about. Maybe because he already got so much flack for the dumb shit that he said before. But I just kind of feel like the conversation changed at one point. Okay? Because Kimmi says that she wants quality time for him and she wants to spend more time with him. And I'm just like, girl, why? Why do you want to spend more time with a man like this? You can do better. You can. You really can, girl. But nonetheless, like I said, he don't see that there's any middle ground in this. And honestly, there isn't. Because I feel like if y'all not going to be truthful, then, or at least talk about what's currently happening in the relationship, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So she's like, why are we wasting money on therapists? I said, yeah, you're right. Y'all are wasting money because y'all over there playing in them therapists' face. Not talking about current issues, but we want to circle back to some shit that happened when y'all first got together. Okay? Now, it gets dark outside at this point, okay? And he tells her that he never misled her into who he was and what he does. And then he goes on to say how, he's changed. And I'm like, yeah, both of y'all are changed. Neither one of y'all are the same people that you were first introduced to. You know what I mean? When y'all first got together, Kimmi was a nurse. She still had a son. She still has her son, but I mean, like, he's in the home. Like, Maurice was a barber. Things have absolutely changed. And if y'all don't grow together, then you're going to grow apart. And that is absolutely okay. But for me, it sounds like this relationship needs to go. Like, I get it. He stuck beside you. He stuck beside you when it came to, your cancer situation. But I think at this point, we need to let this go. Because y'all are two different people. Y'all want two different things. And we can let the relationship go. Now, at one point, he said, I think he was starting to say, it looks like we're going to get a divorce. But he never said the word divorce. Okay? And she's like, why would you even say that type of stuff? Like, why would you think that? And he definitely thinks that divorce is on the table. Okay? Now, do y'all think that this is the real situation or what? Y'all let me know in the comment section, please. That's what I thought about the episode. I guess we'll have to see what happens when they come back for the other half of the season. Just great. We have Huntsville getting like 45 episodes per season. But go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to y'all on my next review. Bye, guys.